Every superstar who changed teams this summer went east. Giannis to Miami, LeBron, and Jaylen Brown to Philadelphia. Kawhi frozen on his way to Toronto. And here is the part nobody says out loud. They were not just running toward easier money or better fits. The West did not need to go shopping because the weapons already live here. One ground rule, same as the East video. This is an armament ranking, who is built for war right now, not a simple standings prediction. That is why the 53-win Lakers are not an entry. This list measures weapons added and weapons returning, and Los Angeles spent the summer losing LeBron James, then answering with role players and a max deal for Austin Reeves. The scoring champion is now the entire plan. More on that at the end. Number 5. Portland's Chaos Arsenal. The Blazers traded for Ja Morant, sending out Jerami Grant and Chris Murray, and dropped him into a backcourt that already had Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday, Scoot Henderson, and Shaedon Sharpe. 4 lead guards, 1 basketball. National reporting called it the most puzzling move of the offseason, and they were being polite. But here is why chaos makes the list. This roster also has Toumani Camara, the NBA record holder in drawn charges, plus champion Jeremy Sochan, and a new owner publicly pushing for bigger goals. Portland won its play-in game, took a game off the eventual conference champs in round 1, and just added a former face of the league with everything to prove. Nobody knows what this is. Everyone has to prepare for it anyway. If your team shows up in this countdown, hit the like button on the way down. It genuinely helps the channel. Number 4. Minnesota's gamble. The Wolves won 49 games, then pulled off the upset of the playoffs, beating third-seeded Denver in 6 with Anthony Edwards watching the end of it in street clothes with a knee injury. Edwards had a career year before that, 28.8 a game on 49% shooting and 40% from 3, plus an All-Star Game MVP. Then came the reporting that Edwards wanted the roster upgraded and the front office swung. LaMelo Ball arrived from Charlotte for Naz Reid, an unprotected 2033 first and a stack of swaps. Edwards and LaMelo might be the most electric backcourt in basketball, or a defensive science experiment. Either way, Minnesota stopped being patient, and aboard Anthony Edwards was the scariest version anyway. Number 3. Houston's returning general. The Rockets won 52 games through a season of pure chaos, carried by Kevin Durant's historic efficiency at 37. And the whole time, the piece they were actually missing sat in street clothes, because Fred VanVleet tore his ACL and the offense never fully recovered its brain. Now VanVleet is back after opting into his $25 million deal, and the fit writes itself. Durant just posted his 8th season of 25 points on 50-40 shooting, something no other player in history has done more than 3 times, and injuries limited him to 1 playoff game in April. A 52-win team is getting back its floor general and its superstars' health at the same time. That is an arms shipment without a single trade. Middle of the countdown, your turn. Which of these 5 actually comes out of the West next June? Name the team and the reason. I read every single one. Number 2. San Antonio's risen power. The Spurs won 62 games, won the conference, and did it with a 22-year-old who just became the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. Victor Wembanyama averaged 25 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 3.1 blocks, finished as an MVP finalist, and dragged a Game 7 out of the champs in their own building. And the scary part is the second wave. Dylan Harper poured in 25 points in the finals elimination loss at age 20, De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle run the backcourt, and Keldon Johnson just won 6th Man of the Year. San Antonio did not add a super weapon this summer for the same reason Oklahoma City did not. The weapon is already in the building, and he is still getting bigger. Number 1. Oklahoma City's healthy dynasty. Here is the argument, and I know Spurs fans are already typing. The Thunder won 64 games last season, and that was the wounded version. Jalen Williams was limited to 33 games. Only 2 players on the entire roster managed 70 appearances, and they still had the best record in basketball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just went back-to-back for MVP, averaging 31.1 points as the only guard in NBA history to score 30 a night on 55% shooting. breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record of 126 straight games with 20 or more along the way. The Game 7 they lost at home came with Williams unavailable and the roster held together by tape. The fully armed version of this team has a ring, an MVP in his prime, and a score to settle. That is the most dangerous arsenal in the sport, and the field behind the five is vicious. Luka Doncic just led the league in scoring and now carries Los Angeles alone. Nikola Jokic averaged a triple-double for the second straight season and still got upset in round 1. Cooper Flagg enters year 2 in Dallas with Kyrie Irving coming back, and Golden State sits in a holding pattern with Jimmy Butler recovering from his ACL until mid-season and Curry's extension window only opening late this month. The West does not have a throne. It has a standoff. That is the list. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Houston, Minnesota, Portland. The East bought its weapons this summer. The West grew its own. The East Arms Race video is already up if you want the other half of the war map, and the full contender rankings are coming once the season gets closer. Subscribe so you are here when the shooting starts. See you in the next one.